Hello everyone and welcome to my April reading vlog. I'm about to go to a birthday party, which is why I look like this. But before I do so, I wanted to tell you about the first book I finished in April, which is Loney by Andrew Michael Hurley. Now, this one is a book that will be out in Denmark in April, which is why I'm not going to talk too much about it here, because by the time you see this video, I will already have done a full video review of this book as well as two others, which will be out in Denmark very soon. But I can't tell you that this is a gothic novel and it has been predicted to become a gothic classic just because it is stunning. I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars, and if you want to know more about why I did just that, you will be able to check out my review. I just found the most amazing thing in my mailbox, and that is this book, the same book but in hardcover. So basically I have been reading an arc and I have been spoiled with a beautiful finished copy. This is what it looks like and what you can get in store in Denmark if you are interested. I definitely recommend this book. So I have been really frustrated tonight because I am currently reading 2 books and I'm not enjoying them, and I have been thinking about it all night. Should I just continue reading, or should I pick up a book that I really want to read? So I thought I wanted to show you the 2 books I'm currently reading and which have frustrated me. You Had Me at Hello by Mahari McFarlane. This is a chicklet and it's quite ordinary. It's not awesome and it's not anything special, and I'm just done with it. I'm over halfway through, but I'm just done with it. And the other one is actually going to be quite a surprise for some of you, but that is Anne of Green Gables. No, Anne of the Island. It is the 3rd book in the Anne of Green Gables series, and I'm just not having it because it is the same book over and over again. This one I was hoping for Anne to grow up and go to another area and get to know some new people, because that is what we were promised. But no, she keeps going home on vacation and I'm just over it. I don't want to read about these same characters and these same surroundings anymore. I'm done with it. So instead, I'm so happy because I decided to pick up a 3rd book, and this book is amazing. It is exactly what I needed. I just checked it out from the library and it is this one, The Year of Living Danishly, Uncovering the Secrets of the World's Happiest Country by Helen Russell. Now, this is non-fiction and it is just amazing. I know I'm a Dane and maybe that's why I love it so much, but seriously, this book cracks me up. It has been making me laugh all night. Sirius is kind of angry at me because he's trying to sleep, but I just can't help it. It's about this woman who decides to move to Denmark with her husband, and they're going to live there for a year, and it's about her experiences trying to uncover the secrets of the Danish people, why we are the happiest people on earth apparently, and I'm in love with it. So I'm going to end this sequence now and just tell you that I've been frustrated, but now I'm super happy. Apparently this book tells the truth. It is Friday and I just finished P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han, which is the sequel to All the Boys I've Loved Before, which I have... Where do I have that? Which I have down here. Anyway, since this is a sequel, I can't tell you too much about it because I don't want to spoil you, but I thought it was a cute story. I like Jenny Han because she writes stories that make me smile, and this one was no exception. I will say the ending wasn't too good and it was a little bit too focused on bullying and making it seem okay, which I wasn't okay with. But all in all, I quite liked it and I gave it 3 stars. So I'm having one of those Saturdays where I'm doing nothing besides from relaxing, reading and watching some TV. Maybe I will get some fast food later on. But I have just finished the next book I was reading, which is obviously a lot of sun anyway, which is obviously Uncovering the Secrets of the World's Happiest Country by Helen Russell. I really like this book. I gave it 4 stars. I do believe that this is one of those books that is not for everyone, because obviously you will have to have some kind of interest in the Danish people. But if you do, definitely read this book. It speaks a lot of truth, some inaccuracies, but otherwise a really good book. And it was hilarious. I can approve of this book because it is mostly true. And yeah, I just really liked it. It is now April the 10th and I have finished this book, which is called Vengeance Road by Erin Bowman. This is a young adult contemporary. It is a western and that's why I picked it up. I love westerns and this setting was impeccable. It felt like you were in a western and I just really liked it. The story in itself was good also. It is about this main character, Kate, whose father is killed brutally, and then she is on the road to avenge him, and that's why it's called Vengeance Road. So basically I very much appreciated this story and I gave it 3 stars. I'm sick and I'm basically spending my days getting through the workday and going home to my couch to just relax because I'm sick. But anyway, I managed to finish another book, even though I haven't been reading a lot lately just because I've been ill and I haven't been feeling like it. But I did manage to finish another young adult book, Mosquito Land by David Arnold. I think this one came out last year, if I'm not mistaken. This is about a young girl who decides to leave her dad and his new wife in order to in order to find her mother in Cleveland. So it's about this road trip from her father's to her mother's, and she has a very sassy kind of voice, which I had to get used to in the beginning because I found her annoying, but eventually I learned to like her, really adore her actually, and I absolutely enjoyed reading this book. I did give it 3 stars because it was a really good and solid story, but it wasn't extraordinary. Today is Sunday and I have organized all of my unread books on one shelf, and they start up here, go down here, down to the next one, and then this is the last bookcase. This is just my physical books, so I really need to get started on these unread beauties. But I also just need to show you the newest addition to my collection, which is these Elena Ferrande books. They look stunning on the spine, but the covers are even more stunning. This is My Brilliant Friend, The Story of a New Name, Those Who Leave and Those Who Stay, and then the 4th one in the series, The Story of the Lost Child. I'm so eager to get started on these ones once I get time to do so. So yesterday I finished Augustus by John Williams, who also wrote Butcher's Crossing and Stoner, in case you didn't know. So I've been highly anticipating this book just because I love John Williams. This one will be out in Denmark here in April, so I will do a full video review of it, and that's why I'm not going to say too much about it right now. But I loved it, I can't tell you that, and I gave it 4 stars. New day and new book, and last night I finished a book I've had on my shelves for over 2 or 3 years, I think, and that is The Diviners by Libba Bray, a young adult book about Evie who moves to New York to live with her uncle. However, she quickly realizes that some very mysterious and occult things happen in New York, and she is part of it, which is why I picked it up, because I was in the mood for something creepy even though we are in the spring. And I thought it was about time that I read this book. I loved the beginning because I really liked Evie and I liked her friends. The setting of New York in the 1930s was amazing and I was very much fascinated. But the thing about this book is that it is simply too big. It has too many pages dealing with the same thing over and over again, so that towards the middle I was very much bored. I knew what was coming and I had realized how Libba Bray was writing her story, I knew the chapters that were just a lead up to the creepy things happening, and I didn't want to read them. So basically I was bored, and in the end I gave this book 3 stars. I wonder who is down here. Who is that? Hello! Hi Zeus, what are you doing here? It is Monday now, and this weekend it was the Dearest Readathon, so I'm just briefly going to go through the books that I read, which isn't a lot, but still, this is the first book I actually finished, and I only had about 100 pages left. Anne of the Island. I gave this one 2 stars just because of reasons that I've already explained in this video. And I also read about 200 pages in this one, Among the 10,000 Things by Julia Pierpont, as well as, I don't know, about 150 pages in or on my Kindle in the book Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb, which is the 3rd book in the Farseer trilogy. It's kind of hard to find out how many pages I read in this one, just because it's a Kindle and it only tells me the percentage of the book. So, but all in all, I really hope that I will be able to finish those 2 books during this month. If not, I will finish them and wrap them up in May. I have had a very long day at work today, which is why I might look a little bit exhausted, but I got home and I finished yet another book, and that is this one, which I started this weekend. Today is Wednesday. Anyway, Among the 10,000 Things by Julia Pierpont. This was a very interesting read, because while I did give it 3 stars, it was a very positive 3-star rating for me, because this book is very interesting when it comes to its plot. Basically, what the author does is that she gives us the ending of the book in the middle of the book, so that we read the story, and then she goes forward in time and tells us the ending, and then she goes back to the original story and continues the story, which might sound spoilery, and of course it was, but at the same time it worked so well. I've never read a book like this, and in this way it became more about the character's journey than it became about the ending, and I really liked that. And another thing I liked was the writing, which was really good. So I definitely loved the story, but the thing is that it wasn't that impressionable, so it's not a book that I'm going to think back on and cherish that much, just because the story in itself wasn't that strong in my opinion. So that's why I ended up giving this one 3 stars. I do hope to be able to finish one last book before this video vlog ends, so hopefully I will be back with the last clip of the month. I didn't end up finishing any more books in April, so I'm going to finish this vlog now, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back again in May with another reading vlog, but until then, happy reading.